it's Liz from A Dose of Healthy Distraction. I thought that maybe I should make a short video to go with today's post because it's sort of, I think for a lot of people it came out of nowhere. I talk a lot about being productive at work, but I don't talk as much about being productive just in your day, just all the time. So I wanted to address that a little bit. And I am going to cheat. I'm going to read from my post as I talk about this. Okay, and yes, this is what my hair looks like. This is what I look like every day. Give me a break. Okay, I'm just gonna go right into this. So first things first, wake up with a plan. I mean it when I say it. Like I know, especially those of us that take meds during the day, stimulant medications, I know that once you get to sleep at night, getting up in the morning can be hard. I really think that that snooze button is just prolonging the inevitable. It's making it so much harder. So seriously, when that alarm goes off, I get up at 5:15 in the morning when my husband gets up. When my alarm goes off, he gets out of bed, he starts talking, jibber jabbering, whatever. I usually just kind of lay there and ignore him. And then when he leaves the room, I sit up and I sort of think through, this is what I have to do today. And it sounds ridiculous and kind of like woo-woo or whatever, but it works for me. On the topic of woo-woo, while I'm sitting there, I try to sort of breathe deeply, think about things I'm grateful for, the fact that I woke up this morning, the fact that my husband and child are healthy. It kind of puts me in a good mindset. And like I said in this post, you don't have to be all like yoga breathing and meditative about it. If you know how to meditate, more power to you. I have never been able to do that successfully. Do what you got to do. Take like 2 minutes to just calm yourself and think about your day. Kind of 2 steps in one. All right, I put make your bed in here because I heard Tim Ferriss talking about it and I realized that that's something I do. I actually make my bed in the morning. Now, I use the term make my bed very loosely because for me, as I explained in this article, it's literally like throwing the sheets up over, the pillows, and then I throw another blanket on top to protect it from animal hair because I have animals in my house and it's disgusting. So, and then I throw my throw pillows on, and literally that's it. And no, my house does not look fabulous all the time, but I don't really care. I have bigger things in my life to worry about than my house looking like a front gate or a Pottery Barn catalog. If I could afford all that stuff, I would totally buy it though, and a housekeeper. Okay, throw things away. I love throwing stuff away. Ever since I got into this KonMari thing, I have been into like grabbing 1 or 2 items every single day and throwing them in the trash. And half of the time, nobody in my house notices, but it makes me feel more in control of my environment and I'm getting rid of junk. Every woman with ADHD I know has junk and clutter. Let's just get rid of it. Seriously, it's so empowering. You got to try. Check your planner. I have paper planners and I have a Google Calendar, which I think you're actually going to see how I set up my time blocking on my Google Calendar next week. Anyway, I check my calendar every morning because chances are when I'm groggy and sitting in my bed and thinking about my day, I'm going to forget something. So I check my calendar every day. Google Calendar, it saves my life. I set up the alerts. They pop up on my phone. They pop up on my computer screen. It's a lifesaver. Seriously, check your calendar. If like me, you need multiple calendars, then so be it. It's not anything to be ashamed of. Us girls with ADHD, we need our calendars. Like 3 or 4 calendars and reminders and pop-ups. Yes. Okay, wear a watch. I've never been a watch person for most of my life, but in the last few months, I've been wearing a watch. More as a fashion accessory. But there's something funny. When I wear a watch, I somehow become responsible. It's like a switch in my brain. Somehow I'm like, oh, I'm aware of what time it is. I guess I should stick to my schedule for today. Seriously, it's really bizarre, but it works. And they make watches cheap, in colors, in rubberized kinds of things, like whatever. Wear a watch. Right now I'm wearing a Fitbit. I'm trying it out. We'll see how that plays out. It's working okay. It's working just as well as the watch. Cracks in your day. So when you are between major things at work, if you are between major assignments and you need to return a few phone calls or you made a phone call and that person hasn't called you back yet, use that like 10 or 15 minutes to get something done. Do the same thing at home. While my son's dilly-dallying around every morning, I start like washing out my coffee pot. I start pack in my bag, like I do other things. I carry whole loads of laundry down to the basement while my son is putting his shoes on because it takes that long for him to put his shoes on. It's crazy. But really, if you use these little blocks, these 5-10 minute chunks of time, you'd be surprised what you can get done. You can also get a little exercise in if you need to. Run up and down the steps. Do whatever you have to do. Time blocking. I'm going to discuss time blocking next week in my post. I'm going to try to be as detailed as I can without being like snore-worthy boring. But time blocking is a big deal. Color your blocks if that helps you. Do whatever you got to do. But know your agenda for the day. Time block it out. You keep it simple. You have family time. You have personal time. You have work time. You have rest time. That's it. That's all you really need. Everything else can be like slide into one of those categories. You do not need 18 different categories and 18 different colors on your schedule. Time block. Okay, I'm going to end this video because we all have a short attention span. So I hope that's helpful to you, not too boring to you, whatever. I will put up another video about the time blocking like next week.